and um, you know, if there was anything going on at Chadwick, that'd be discussed in there, and just different things like that.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting. And then, in fact, I'm going to kind of read like one of your opening paragraphs. This is your first.
My first. So
you took it over.
Edition of Notes on Spokes.
Yeah. So your first edition. Did you have entries prior to this? But your first.
I did a few columns and contributed some stuff to the newsletter Randy did, but I never did a full one.
Okay. Well, here it is. So wow. My first front page. As you know from last month's Notes on Spokes, Randy is handing over the reins to the newsletter to me, Bob, first. Randy approached me in September at an Enduro course, and we started discussing the future of the newsletter. I feel that this newsletter is an important part of off-road riding in this area, so I told him I would take a shot at it. Randy asked me if he could continue to contribute to the newsletter. Yes, Randy, anytime, but you must use the word goofy.
Yeah, he used the word goofy a lot.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, and that's essentially, a lot of ways, and I guess a good way you can pretty much see all of them, or just what you have record of? Or
I think I got bored, and I don't have the last 3 years or so up on there, but yes, they're on the Hardwood Hills Ranch
what is the
website.
So
hardwoodhillsranch.com.
hardwoodhillsranch.com. And you go there and you click on archive.
Yes.
And you'll see all the Notes on Spokes. And if you're a guy from this area and you want to see some kind of the history of racing for this area, there's a whole plethora of information there for you that you can peruse through. And I read through it, and not knowing a large majority of the people,
right,
I still enjoyed it. It's kind of not only that, but it's kind of cool looking at who your advertisers were.
Right.
Seeing what businesses were around at the time, who's still around, who's
still
not
around,
who's not around.
Yep.
But anyways, yeah. Jeremiah Morris, thank you for joining in. You guys so that's the Morris brothers down there in near Jane, Missouri. Those dudes are fast.
Yep.
So the whole family.
Good family.
Manuel, is his leg healed up, Jeremiah? He broke was it his femur? He did something massively bad to his leg. But hope he's healed up, and I hope you guys are healed up as well. There's also there's an Okie Sprint. No, is that this weekend, an Okie Sprint?
Yes.
So there's an Okie Sprint. That's not over in your neck of the woods, guys. Are you going to be there as well?
It's a blackjack, isn't it? Are you going to it?
No, I don't think it is a blackjack.
Okay.
So...
Well, when are they making up I thought they were doing a makeup race sometime.
The makeups, there's 2 makeups so far, and they're in October and November.
Okay.
So it's like the weekend before Thanksgiving. And then the other one's in October at some
End
point.
of October, I think, the 27th or so.
So, no, I'm off the hook. My back is still not 100%.
Oh.
From my little...
Lawn dart experience?
Yeah. Awesome. So much fun. But, yeah. So, did you follow any of the full gas sprint enduros?
The only thing I know from last weekend is James King and Nathan Rector qualified for the 6-day team.
They did.
Yes.
Absolutely, they did.
That's big news.
I even followed up because, they kind of had the pre-qualification, but you're not really in until you get the call. So I was messaging Nathan yesterday, and I said, are you in yet? He says, got the call.
All right.
So he got the call, and all right. So, yeah, Manuel is good. Good deal. So Nathan Rector is in, and Nathan Rector was racing this past weekend. James King was racing this past weekend. I think they're in, and I don't believe it's on the club team. I think it's the E1 level. I forget what they were racing.
Okay.
Well, I don't know for sure. I am kind of ignorant when it comes to life. But
I think it's club.
Is it club?
I think it's club. I think they pick the world trophy in the junior teams and the women's team.
Well, it's E3, E2, and E1.
Yes, but...
So they can pick all 3 of those?
Yeah, those are just the different displacements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they get to still pick the club teams or whatever.
Yeah,
so they aren't selected for a club team. You think is Missouri Mutters hosting again?
Maybe.
They
usually do.
Okay, that's a pretty cool deal. Yeah. So, anyways, that's that, and then but then also Mike Witkowski was there racing this weekend in the Pro 2 class.
Okay.
And we're going to give him a call here.
Yeah. About that time.
Right now, actually. And see what's going on with him. Let's get my contacts working right here. Now I learned I got to just leave my phone alone. Stop messing with it whenever I call people.
I need to put these on, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is this Mike? Uh-oh. I'm going to try that one more time.
Go for it.
All right. Jeremiah says he loves the live podcast. Keep it up. Jeremiah, plan on it.
Hello?
Hey. Oh, hey,
Hey.
Mike. Is this
Hey.
Mike?
Yep.
Mike, this is Charlie Hawkins. I'm here with Bob First, and welcome to Enduro Talk with Y Rush Racing.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. And for our listening audience out here, this is Mike Witkowski with Beta USA, and he is competing in the GNCC, the Full Gas Sprint Enduros, and the National Enduros this year. Mike, where are we finding you today?
I'm currently in Ohio.
You
just,
are?
hour south of Columbus.
Columbus. Okay. And then, X Factor was in Indiana, isn't it? How far from that is that for you to get there?
So my parents live like 45 minutes north of there.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where I like grew up pretty
Oh, it
much.
is. Okay.
So now I'm kind of based out of here in Ohio.
Oh, right on.
Very good.
Do you have any training partners that you're riding with out of Ohio, or what brought you to where you're at now?
Yeah, like Scott Plessinger, he's like my main trainer. He's about an hour away. He has his own track called East Fork MX.
Okay.
And that's kind of during the week. Sometimes I'll go ride there and he'll help me out. He trains kids during the week, and then I have some like property I can ride at just out my back door, so that works out.
Oh, right
just
on.
kind of better riding circumstances than up by my parents, and so yeah.
So you're still working with Scott Plessinger then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We worked together this week a little bit, actually. I think on Tuesday.
Oh, right on. Because I was thinking, was that Cody Barnes? Was it?
Yeah.
Him? Was saying that was he working with him over the winter, but wasn't necessarily going on through the season? Or is that true? Or is that?
Yeah. Cody's here with me now in Ohio.
Oh.
He's been here for a couple weeks now.
Oh, right on.
So yeah, we're
Okay.
teammates.
Very
So
good.
I mean, it kind of works out.
It works out, yeah, quite well. So and then how that was one thing I was reading through your interview on the GNCC website. You said you really worked on your fitness during the off season. What kind of stuff did Scott have you working on, or what were you doing?
Yeah. So it was just like in the winter months, we spent like 3 solid months. Like started at the first of the year and then carried on through March to our first race. But yeah, it was mainly just like a lot of grunt work. Just like you wake up and we'd go road bike or run, then we'd do like a bunch of riding, and then we'd go for either a run and then we like hit the gym. It was like constant 5-day thing, and then just kind of take the weekend off. But I don't know, it was just a lot of daily just grunt work, I'd say. So it was grueling.
Cardio, lots of weights,
Yeah.
lots of reps.
What's your opinion on running and cycling? Do you enjoy it, or is it just something you have to do?
No, I actually like cycling and mountain biking quite a bit. I probably spend too much money on bicycles than I should. But I really enjoy that aspect. Running, not so much, just because I don't know how people like that. But it's just like you just go run and just get it over with, and then you feel you feel satisfied after. But I like cycling or running the best, and then maybe some hiking and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So I hurt myself. We're getting close to a month now. I hurt my back, and I've been off the bike since then. And I've been getting on the bicycle, and I've been running lately. And actually, I'm doing a duathlon series, like a weekday duathlon series right now. And I've been really enjoying the biking again, getting back into that. But the running, trying to do that by yourself is no bueno, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's fun on the fitness part, but like on biking, you're traveling at a relatively quick clip.
More speed.
You're getting to see stuff, and it's
You
not.
got the downhills.
Yeah, you got the uphills are worse though on a bike.
Yeah.
I'd rather run uphill than bike uphill personally. But I don't know. Do you run by yourself, or do you have somebody you go with?
Yeah, usually just by myself, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
probably the downfall. And then I usually just run up on the road, so it's not as fun. I've done it on trails, which is a lot better,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
No,
Get
so
used to it.
I ran in. Actually, I was a distance runner in college, and I always ran with somebody in college. I
Oh,
was
nice.
always with it. It was my team, right? And it
Right.
was you wouldn't go out for a workout. You went out for just a social talk,
Right.
and then you
Right.
happened to be running at the same time. And then I got out of college. I was by myself, and I tried running. I realized it sucks.
Yeah.
and so here we are. And Noah Clark. I don't know if you know who that is. Super fast dude from this area, and he races. Well, you might see him at some of the national enduros. He agrees with you that road bikes are way better than running.
Yeah.
So
That and mountain bikes are fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have one of those. I shouldn't say I don't have a legitimate mountain bike yet. I have a glorified
yeah.
hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then do you have? So you're down near Columbus though. So you're in the Ohio River Valley kind of area. Is it pretty flat or?
No, it's pretty hilly.
Oh, you do?
Right out the back door, we have some pretty big hills.
Oh,
It's
right
like,
on.
I'd say I think 1,200 feet of elevation
Oh,
straight up. So,
wow. So no, you can get after it then. No, okay.
Yeah, straight heart rate spike.
There you go. And then, so Mike, how old are you?
No, I just turned 21 late April.
Okay, well, happy belated birthday then.
Yep.
I'm only
thanks.
a month late.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
so and then so I guess you're actually from Indiana.
Yeah.
Or-
From Indiana. It's just a small town, North Liberty, just right outside of Notre Dame University.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And then when did you start riding? And then when did you start racing?
so I started riding when I was 4, and then I think I started racing shortly after, let's say 6,
Okay.
and then just kind of carried on from there. But it was mainly just probably just the usual. As my dad got me into it, and my brothers. I have 3 other brothers, so we all race as like a family,
Okay.
and that's
good.
just kind of how I got started.
And are you the youngest of the 4 then?
Yeah, I'm the youngest, and then it just kind of my next brother's Alex. He's like 3 years older, and then it kind of just keeps going from there.
Oh, okay. And then, so are you the fastest now, or are you still trying to chase somebody down?
I'd say I'm the fastest of the group right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so, but you never know.
Yeah.
But so who was it? The Lafferty family.
Ryder?
Huh?
Right. Oh.
Well, we had Ryder on, and they
Okay.
said they're the fastest. I guess if you're looking over 3 generations, they might be
Right.
the fastest. But so if you had to put together a 3-man family team, would you say you'd have a pretty solid team?
Yeah, I would say so. My brothers were pretty fast. One or I guess 2 still race now. So, we'd have a solid team, I would think.
What you need? There's a race down in our area called the Off-Road Cup. But it's a 9-hour race, and you can put together a 3-man team, and they have a family class.
Yeah. That'd be.
We need to see the Witkowskis down here.
Yeah.
See if they
That'd
might
be sweet.
see if the family class could pull the overall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When is that?
That
Easter weekend.
It's on Easter weekend. That's
Saturday
Right.
of Easter weekend.
Yep.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
So, but no, there's actually Jeremiah Morris is watching here, and it was just I think it only had 2 of them. The third brother got injured, so they were third. Jeremiah, if you're watching, let me know how were you guys overall this past year? Because I think they were in like podiumed maybe overall. They were fast. So
Oh, nice. That's cool.
But now there's 3 guys, and they are built for speed. So, and then Hidden Valley this past weekend. How did it go for you? And kind of give me a review of your races this past weekend.
Yeah. It was actually really cool. I haven't went to that one. They had it for a couple of years now, and then the whole golf course thing is pretty neat.
So
not oftentimes you do the race on that. So.
Is that an active golf course?
I believe so. It's not super popular.
Yeah.
As far as
Snow Pebble Beach.
Yeah, like people want to golf there a lot, but I think they still get golfers.
Oh, really? Okay. So, because I mean, every now and then golf courses do go out of business.
Right.
Right. And so, in my mind, when they say you're racing on a golf course, I'm like, is it really a golf course or was it a golf course?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
they've-
pretty sure it's active
Yeah.
somewhat.
Yeah,
There's
they-
like the
They've had races where they were on golf courses, and then the race was on Sunday, Monday. The dozers are in there putting a subdivision in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens occasionally.
Yes.
yeah.
So,
No, they still have like the holes, like the
Huh.
I mean the tee offs and like the putting was like the good grass. So I mean it looked
was.
legit still.
no, okay. They kept you off the greens, though, right?
Yeah, they didn't put us on putting greens. They like Rubens Road.
Okay.
But yeah, it was actually like super cool because it was like almost in a hilly valley, so it's like you could like bank off corners. Like they had the track through like really cool, like I guess the valley, I guess you could say, and you could bank off corners, and it was really high speed. You were like pretty much tapped out most of the time, but I don't know, it just flowed real well. It was fun.
Yeah. And then I know, like, because you have the enduro test and then you have the cross test, right? And typically the
Right.
cross test is motocross. Do you guys typically get quite a bit of air during the cross test?
Yeah, this weekend they had like some jumps, and there was like one decent double. So yeah, that was like they only had one jump. So yeah, I mean we had a solid little motocross section.
Yeah.
But that's not very normal to have jumps on the cross test.
Oh, it's not.
So yeah, not always they find that. But
Well, I just thought, so again, your teammate Cody Barnes had a pretty cool little Instagram photo. When I first saw it, I was like, why did he Instagram himself up way in the air like that? But because he's like right in front, it looks like he's like, how did he not hit that tree? So it's coming up. It looks like you guys jump off of a tee box, like coming up
yeah,
a hill, and then like right next to a tree. And then so he's just like flying through the air, and then watching a lot of these review videos, like, oh yeah, there's a jump right there, and some guys caught some serious air there, and
Yeah.
it was that was pretty cool to see that.
yeah, there was a lot of like natural, like tee box jumps, like just a lot of natural jumps, and then they had like a 4-foot drop off tee box you could like jump off
Yeah,
or go around it, but it was like I don't know, it was just like more natural stuff like that photo Cody posted. It was just cool.
yeah. So getting back to the question I asked to Jeremiah about the family, he said him and his brother, because the oldest brother had a broken leg at the time, they got third overall, and then of course they won the family in that time.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And then we also got the blackjack. Also, people, if you guys have questions for Mike, throw them this way, and I'll be sure to pass it along. And then, yeah, so somebody at the Blackjack Enduro Championship, they said the greens were in good shape in 2018. And then, did you hear? So locally, just,
Saw that on Facebook.
yeah, thoughts go out to Madison. Unfortunate what happened there.
Right.
And so just prayers for her family, and hopefully she
Dreaded.
stays.
Yeah. Yeah. Sad thing.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Mine's so. But anyways, that's that. So Craig, thank you for sharing. But Mike, so you're racing in Pro 2 for the full gas and sprint enduro, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
How are you doing this season?
For those, yeah, we're doing good. Like I've never missed the podium yet, and then had some day wins. Just haven't put together like a full weekend.
Well,
I'd say.
I would disagree with that because, in my opinion, you won last weekend. I just want to say that. I guess it's kind of funky because, like, when you look at the points, right, you actually got 4 points closer to the leader this past weekend, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I haven't really looked at the points.
So that's what I was looking at to see who won last past weekend. But then I read the press release. I'm like, oh, wait, according to that, Mike got second because if you combine the times of the day,
Yeah.
he was second in his class. But Mike, in my opinion, you won this last weekend. You're the champ. So, if for what it's worth,
I appreciate it. Yeah.
There you go.
We'll say that. We'll say that.
absolutely. Because I mean, it's each days are scored separately, right?
Right.
And so my mind, whoever comes with the most points for the weekend's the champ. But that's one thing that's amazing is how, for the full gas sprint enduros is how tight the racing is.
Right.
Yeah, it's such a close course.
So you were 8th overall for the weekend, right?
Correct.
And then but I forget who beat you in Pro 2, but how far back were you? Do you know?
I only lost by 16 seconds, which
16
isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then in just like day one, for example, Josh Toth was 0.2 of a second out of first.
Right.
You know, it's just it's just amazing how tight the racing is. Whenever it's not like you guys are head to head. You're all doing a time trial, and it's still just that tight. So,
Right.
and then that's how you could. If you combine the times, you didn't win. But if you look at points for the day, yeah, you won. But
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool. That's one of the things I like about the sprint enduro is just how competitive, how hard you guys have to push right out of the gate. That's one thing that kind of really amps up, in my mind, the intensity of the race, and then kind of just some of the performances that you guys put on is it's probably do you track your heart rate at all during your races, or it just is what it is?
Not really at the sprint enduros, just because I don't really use the data. But just a normal sprint, it's usually 180 or 190.
Yeah. So it's probably just
up there.
Gets there, and I can make it for about 30 seconds. These guys can do it for about 6 minutes or so, 6 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, I think the cross was around 6, and then Enduro was around 8.
8 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's wild. So,
Yeah, they were long.
Do you use heart rate data for on the GNCCs or the National Enduros?
Yeah, more like GNCC. I mainly just do it for just training purposes. Like during the week, I'll track it for when I do my motos or cycling and stuff, just so I'm in my zone.
Okay.
And I'm not overtraining or under training.
Huh.
So just kind of for that. And I know some people use it for enduros and stuff, but it's kind of hard to use that data and see where you're at. Or I just don't find the use for it at the races, I guess. At GNCC, I do though most times.
Okay.
Very good.
And then I mentioned at the beginning of the show. So you're doing the GNCC, the full guy sprint enduros, and the National Enduros. Correct if I'm wrong, but there's not many of you guys that are doing all three of the national series on the east side of the U.S. What kind of drove you to do all three?
I don't know. That's a good question. I have to do 2 series, which is the Enduros and GNCC. And
we say Enduros, is that the National Enduros or Sprint Enduros?
I mean National Enduros. So the Sprint Enduros I don't have to do, but when I get on the podium, I get a incentive.
Okay.
So, which I get on the podium, so I might as well, make a couple extra bucks if I can, and they're fun. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going there just to try to make some money, but I think it's cool. I really wanted to try to win the sprint enduros and enduros if I could, which at the national enduros I run Pro 1, which is a little more stacked, but yeah, I just want to do well in all 3 series, and just I think it helps.
Yeah.
Just get seat time and race time. So.
And I would say right now, then that's interesting you say that, because if you were to look at where you're standing in all 3 series, if you were to win one, you're most likely to get the full gas, right? I mean, that's kind of the one that's most within reach right now. I mean, Evan Smith, is it Evan? Right, he's just killing it in the GNCCs right now in Pro 2 or XC2. My apologies. And then, but yeah, and then you're chasing down. Is it Ben Kelly in full gas? No,
it's vice versa. So yeah.
Oh, I got it backwards.
GNCCs, at GNCCs, I'm second in points. Ben's in first. He's dominating for sure. And then sprint enduros, it's Evans winning, and then I'm second. So it's kind of weird because Yeah, Evan's third at GNCCs, but he beats me at sprint enduros.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
But no, it's quite a dynamic there.
Yep.
And yeah. So of the three though, which one's your favorite? Do you look forward to the most?
Probably the GNCCs, just because that's like my main concern,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Okay.
I just like the 3 hours of brutalness.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so coming from Indiana, did you do many enduro race do much enduro racing growing up, or is it more of a recent thing for you?
More like recent. We would just do like the local one, which was I don't know if you guys ever heard of Mud Daubers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah, that was the one we usually did most of the years, just to do. It was close to the house.
Okay.
But yeah, like we haven't really chased those until I kind of had to.
But did you do any of the local? Are there any local enduros that you did, or is it just
Local hair scrambles.
Yeah, just the local hair scrambles. We did. What did we do? We did District 15 was around then.
Okay.
And that was just our local one, and then other locals Indiana series, and then I did OMAs, which you guys probably know those,
Of course.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We did those for a while. Actually, I grew up doing those, like 65s and stuff, when they were big.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
I think they had to cancel this weekend or the past weekend just due to
Because of the weather.
it's been wet. Have you guys been getting a ton of rain over where you're at too, or?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like you almost can't ride. It's like depressing.
Yeah, it's been wet. It's kind of a wet winter, and it's just gotten more wet since then.
Well, May was
Yeah.
brutal. May is brutal.
So we have some.
I guess everyone's getting it. It's just not us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I guess
Yeah.
West Coast, they're still holding it down for us to balance it out.
Well,
Yeah.
They've had more of an average. No, actually, you know what I heard is, what did Mammoth? So you know, I heard Mammoth is kind of on the east side of the Sierras, about Central California.
okay.
They're going to be open. Did I see like July or August?
Oh my gosh.
Like they have enough snow over there
Uh-huh.
to, I mean, almost year round they're going to be open. And that's amazing. So I remember, because I lived in Fresno, Mike, for 9 years, or in Central California. And you know, they live and die by their winters over there, because if it snows, they have water for the farms and for the fish and everything else. But if it doesn't, they don't. And then all the fires start and everything else.
Right.
So I guess they did get enough precipitation, and now is the time it stops until come October, November. This fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But no, so Mike, and then so you like the GNCCs? Is it the speed, or what is it that you like about? Did you already tell me that the GNCCs?
No.
What is it about those that you prefer the most?
It's hard to kind of nail it down. I think it's just I think you just, because there's so many, like everyone, lines, it's like a normal hair scramble. It's like you can manage the race better and you know where you're at, compared to like enduros.
right.
You start and you end and you have no idea.
Don't know
how-
what your
how it
competitors
was.
turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's kind of the main thing. And then like you have 3 hours to make it happen. You don't have like 6-minute tests. And then let's say you crash in that 6-minute test, then you're really not doing good in that, maybe that day or that test. But you have like GNCC to make it happen. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of what I like, I guess. I
See,
don't know.
I would have 2 hours to make it happen, and then 1 hour to not fail too badly. So that's amazing that you guys can do that, and then I guess the work you're putting in, you talk about you're training hard, doing grunt work 5 days a week during your off season. I guess that's what really pays off. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely makes life a lot easier, and afterwards you're not as dead.
Yeah, and then we got a question here from Rob Mitchell. I guess, did you have a mustache at one point?
I did.
Was it just a mustache, or did you have like a beard with it?
No, I just had a mustache, just shaved everything else, and just had that for all winter. And I just shaved it recently, and me and him did a cool little film before the sprint, so that's probably why he's asked that.
Okay. Well, he wants to know why you got rid of it. I guess he wants it back. He says, "Bring." He didn't actually say that, but bring the stash back. So. But
I'm always superstitious, so I didn't shave it for a while because I was doing good.
okay.
And then I had like one bad race, so I shaved it off.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So no,
all good,
you gotta commit. Just keep going. So you're superstitious. What is kind of, I guess, your number one thing? I guess where you're like, man, I really don't have to do this, but I have to do this to perform well today.
Yeah. So like most days, like let's say race days, is like as far as like eating, I guess.
Okay. You always have the same meals.
Yeah, mainly like the same meals, and even the night before, kind of like that stuff. And then there's some stuff I can't really remember, but it pops up on race day that I'm like superstitious.
So do you only get on your bike from the left side, or sometimes you'll switch it up and get on from the right side?
No, not that bizarre.
Okay.
But yeah, like the mustache thing, that was probably like the main thing.
Yeah.
I had it all winter, and then like my first 4 rounds were like really good, and then I thought it was that, and then I had a bad race or something, and then shaved it off.
So,
but then I rode good last weekend, so it might have worked.
We got
to shave it.
Yeah, we got a question here from Craig. Craig saying, "Is there anything you'd turn the car around to go get?" So I guess what he means is like, say you left something at home. For me, my boxers, right? I got to have my boxers.
Okay.
You're going off to your race and you always think about, what did I forget? Is there anything that you would say, oh, got to go back and get it, otherwise I won't have the race I need? Or what would, I guess outside of your dirt bike, what would you turn around and go get?
Definitely. I mean, it'd be hard. I'd say my phone, but that's an obvious. Yeah. But definitely like sunglasses or something like that.
Yeah, I could not drive long distances without sunglasses. It's been more than once I've been like, we're making a stop.
Got to buy some cheap
if it's slightly sunny outside, I have to have my sunglasses. I agree with you on that one.
Cheap sunglasses.
Oh, I got a lot of them.
Okay.
Because then we find it when I get home. So,
yeah.
And, okay. Cool. And then, so you're racing for Beta this year. How long have you been with Beta?
This is my second year with them.
Okay.
Very good.
So it's been good though. Like the first year was a big learning curve with the bike, just because I rode KTM like literally my whole life until last year.
Yeah.
So it was like it was kind of different to get on the Beta, but it was a good change. And this year we have a lot better results.
Yeah, we're kind of a little microcosm around here for Betas. There's a very quality dealership, Bone Cutter Beta out of California, Missouri, and they have such great rider support that it's kind of, you can't. You're starting to see Betas in the top 5 for sure,
right
around here, in a lot of the local series, and then it's just kind of amazing how many Betas we actually see. So they're a very quality.
Right, they've taken off a lot.
They have. And have you kind of seen that over the last year and a half now, since you've been on them, the growth of the bike, or?
Yeah, like definitely like seeing a lot more people, especially like National Enduros. They have that Beta Cup.
Yeah.
Where you can win the 125.
We got 3.
Or you can win a bike at the end of the year.
Yeah, we got 3 of those guys that are in this area that are chasing that. We got Huck, Rylan, and Brock French. So actually,
yeah, that's an awesome thing.
Yeah, they're having fun with it, and I guess they're enjoying. Well, Brock's not a small dude. He's how much do you say he would weigh?
I'm
190?
terrible at guessing. Yeah,
I'm gonna guess 190. Okay. I weigh 180. But I'm tall. But I'm gonna say he's about 190, and then whereas on contrast, Huck's probably 130 soaking wet.
Right.
And so, and Riley's somewhere in the middle. But it's kind of neat watching them race and the kind of the dichotomy between the 3 of them and how they ride. And And then what's neat about the Beta Cup itself is that, you know, it's I forget what class the guy that's in it right now, but it's like a junior that's actually in the lead for the cup itself and in the junior class. So you can go on the National Enduro website and they have a standings for the Beta Cup.
No.
So you don't have to go through and try to figure it out on your own. But no, so that's a pretty cool deal what they're doing there. And then it's cool just what they're doing with you and Cody and just supporting. Is there any other teammates that you have, Mike, on the Beta?
Yeah, like a bunch of out west guys.
That's right.
Like Hare and Hounds and like Ty Tremaine.
Yeah.
Does hard enduros for us.
Max Gersten's not on a Beta, is he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's on Beta as well. He does hard enduros and something else out there.
So, and then, how tall are you, Mike?
I'm like 5'8".
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
And then because no, I'm always curious. So, have you ever tried a hard enduro or anything like that?
I haven't. I went to TKO last year.
Okay.
That was the year that Jordan Ashburn was my teammate, so I went and like cheered him on.
Oh, right on.
I didn't race it, so I just kind of.
Do you have an urge to jump on a bike and ride it?
Not there, no.
No. Okay.
I wish I like some spots. It looks fun, but then like I wouldn't walk a lot of it, and it was just like mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost like scary.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So I was always thinking about Americans. So are you familiar with the World Enduro Super Series?
Yeah, I watched that stuff. Yep.
So they have the Erzberg going on this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I was trying to think. So if we had an American version of the West, or let's send American over there to compete, because really there's none. We're doing a few one-offs, like Cody Webb, Colton Haker are going to go out and do the Erzberg. Quinn Wetzel,
Ryan Sipes.
That's one-off.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Ryan,
right. He's just doing Erzberg. He's not doing West.
It's one-off, right? But there's no Americans doing the series.
Right.
If you look at the riders' support and all that, it makes sense. I mean, all those guys have their European people they're sponsoring. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking, who would I want an American, right? Because it's not just hard enduro. There's enduros. In fact, the guy that's the lead is I forget what they call him. The enduro series that's over there, the big one? Is it Euro GP or Enduro GP or something like that?
Yeah. Is it Garcia?
Joseph Garcia is the points leader right now.
Okay.
In this, right?
Yeah.
After 3 rounds, I think. And so I was thinking, who would I pick to be the guy? And Jordan Ashburn is the guy that I would pick, I think.
For sure. Yeah.
I know, because I know he can do the hard enduros, because he's done them. And I know he can go insanely fast because, have you heard of the Ozark 100 miler, Mike?
Yeah.
So he's won that 2 years?
I think so.
2 years?
The last 2 years.
Him and Nick Farringer duke it out.
Yeah.
And so, he's got the speed, he's got the skill, and I would let's send Jordan. Let's go, Babbitts. Send him over there, do the West. Let's do it. And just see how he does.
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so we got a question here from the Blackjack Enduro series for you, Mike. Do you ride the same model of Beta for all 3 series?
I do not. Nope. I ride the 250 RR at GNCC and Sprint Enduro, and then the 300 RR at National Enduros.
Okay. And of those 3, which one's your favorite? Or of those 2?
I like the 300 just because it's like, we call it the 3-stroke, because it's just you can ride it like insane, like a 4-stroke.
I've heard that many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
And then, so Mike, before we let you go, sponsors, who would you like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, definitely just the whole the Beta Racing family, and all the mechanics and team members over there, and Fly Racing, all my personal sponsors, TCX, 100% Goggles, Hammer Nutrition, and just all the team sponsors and partners. Just big thanks to all of them.
Yeah. You mentioned Hammer Nutrition. I'm a big fan of the Recover Right. I got that upstairs, and I told my wife she wants to use it, but I said, you got to get your heart rate above 130 before I let you use the Recover Right.
Yeah. No, Hammer, honestly, they're the best group of people to work with. I mean, I'm sure they did the same with most people, but they like personally called me and asked if they could help or, sent me a personalized document.
I have not
how to
got
use their
that
stuff.
call
You
yet.
haven't got that call.
No,
Oh,
I
hold on.
haven't.
I'm sure if you call them, they would help you out.
Uh-huh.
But they're like honestly the best group of people.
Yeah. No, and then
Ever.
I use their I'm not the best about cleaning out my bag. Do you use any kind of supplements during your race?
Yeah, I use their. I can't say it very well. Their Perpetuum.
Okay. And what is that?
That's like their endurance fuel, I guess you could say, for over 2 hours.
So
or
it's like a
an hour.
powder. It has the protein and all that stuff in there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't do that because I'm not real good about cleaning out my bag afterwards. And I only have my race. I don't go as, I don't do the full 3 hours like you do. I only do 2 hours, or enduros. I can kind of get some food in between. But I use their tablets, their little fizzy tablets. I forget what they're called.
Oh yeah, aren't they electrolyte tabs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Endurolites or something
like that. Just because there's no sugar in those things, so I don't have to worry about as much about bacteria growing in my hydration pack.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But no, well, that's cool. And then, what's the best way to kind of keep up with you on your racing adventures?
Social media type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely social media. Like I stay up to date on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
And then I got a website. It's just michaelwitkowski.com.
Michael.
That's just,
So Michael?
Yep. And then Witkowski, my last name, and then .com. That's just more just promotional for sponsors and just race results. It hasn't been updated for this year, but just so people can get a hold of me.
Yeah. So on Instagram, that is at Mike _Witkowski, WITKOWSKI, for those of you that want to know. Or you can just start typing Wit or whatever, and there's like, boom, Mike Witkowski, because you're pretty popular on there, and you're a good follow. And so, keep it up. And Mike, thank you for joining us today. I do appreciate the time you took, and hope we didn't keep you up too late.
No, you're yeah.
So, well, you know how you kids are these days, all going to bed early and everything. So,
he's a professional athlete. He does need to go to bed early.
So, but anyways, Mike, thank you. Good luck this weekend at, where are you guys at this weekend? The GNCC.
Tomahawk?
Tomahawk, yeah.
Yep.
Good
Tomahawk,
luck.
we're in New York.
New York, yes, right. So you're probably going on the road tomorrow morning?
Yep, we're going to head there tomorrow. It's about 7 hours from here.
Awesome.
That's not too bad.
Well, good luck.
No.
And you got your e-bike all packed up, right?
Yep, we got the e-bike ready.
Would you turn around if you forgot your e-bike?
I probably would, for sure.
Probably would. Those things are critical these days.
Yeah, especially for these tracks.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mike, good luck. We'll keep up with you, and we'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Hey, what? I have yet to meet a pro racer I don't like.
No, they're all great.
So one of these days, I'm going to find one.
I enjoy
And I'll be
talking with them.
I'll be
hearing
like,
them.
Be like, so-and-so, never gonna talk to you again. But Mike is not that guy.
No.
It was
very good.
Cool. Keep catching up with him. And
I didn't know anything about him, so it was good
now
to
you
learn
do.
about him. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, everybody else out there in the internet,
the Websterverse.
Yeah, we both point. Yeah, there we go.
My only problem is I got so many cool stories from all these guys, right? In that now I'm thinking back, and then I'm interviewing, whoever, I don't know, a few weeks from now, I'll be like, so and so told me, I can't remember who it was. Like that was, they had that similar experience at such and such a place. And man, yeah. So that's one thing I really enjoy. Like, even if you guys aren't watching, which I'm really glad you are, out there in the Websterverse, that it's just really neat just getting to know these people. Yeah. And just how.
And with technology, they'd be anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, really, but, anywhere in the country, to hook up with them and talk with them and find out what it's like to race and ride where they are. And
they're just like you or me, just superhuman. But no, that's a lot of cool. So, Mike, if you're still listening, or if you listen to this later on, thank you for coming on. I do appreciate it. And good luck this weekend for real. So we kind of mentioned a little bit, Nathan Rector, he was out there at on the golf course.
Yep.
His dad, in fact, posted a pretty cool. They talked about. I guess I didn't realize you could go around the tee box that Mike mentioned you could jump off of.
Right.
So he says, yeah, you can go around it, or the faster line is just to go off of it, but it's like a 4 or 5 foot drop, and it's sloping away. So I imagine you get some pretty decent airtime on that. So yeah, his dad posted it like, yep. Nathan's here. Here's a photo of him going off of a tee box. And so it was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But he ended up getting 4th in Lights A, and then he did qualify for the ISDE. So he's
going to Portugal.
And then same for James King, who got 6th in the Pro-Am class. And so one thing for all these guys really is you're going to start seeing fundraisers. It's not cheap going to these things.
No, they say about $30,000.
$30,000, and that's James King on the.
Yeah.
He was, I think, show number 2. Interviewed him, and he said, they said you need to raise about $30,000. That's what it costs to get there and race and do all that. And he said that's about what it turned out to be. So, help these guys out. I know I'll be looking to support them. And
last year we had James had a writing class out at HHR.
He did.
James, we kind of touched base on it just a little bit this year, but nothing's been set up yet. But if he's willing to come up here and have a class, or Nathan, or the both of them, or however they want to work it out at HHR to raise some money and sell some T-shirts, we'd be glad to help out any way we can to see them get over there to Portugal, and it'd be trip of a lifetime to them. I'm sure.
So. Yeah. Anyways, support them. Try to find out, or just keep an eye out on social media. I know if I find anything that about any fundraisers they're doing or events or whatnot, I know I'll post it on Y Rush Racing, so you can check out for it there. And of course, if you're not already following Y Rush Racing, go ahead and do that, so you can kind of keep up to date. And then, we already talked about the highlight video for the Full Gas Sprint Enduro.
Yeah, I'll have to watch the whole thing tomorrow.
So Bob hadn't seen it yet. I gave him a little preview, a little clip. I said, recognize that voice?
Who is that? Yes, I did.
But anyways, and then of course, if you guys are watching, share it. Let this show, let people know about this show, so we can keep growing it, keep letting people know about it.
Very cool.
I'm gonna try to do some things to help encourage you guys to share it. I don't know what yet, but try to figure that out. Anyways, thank you guys for doing that when you do. This coming up weekend, are you racing?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Steelville, race in Missouri.
Steelville? Okay.
Yep.
What do you think it's going to be like? Were you were there earlier?
I was there, at the first one. It was an experience.
Now, is this a different property?
No.
Same property?
Yeah.
I thought there's two.
They had a post on Facebook today about it, saying that it's... I think they've worked on the parking area. Of course, they had to. It was all just ruts.
Yeah.
But it's the same place, and they've done work on it. They're going to have food available, and hopefully they've made some improvements on that. I don't know what the course obviously needed work too, because it was going to be real rutted up.
Yeah.
Or it was really rutted up after last race. So.
So that'll be an adventure for you.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully, and they said it's drying up already, and they're not predicting rain until after the race.
And that's the nice thing about this time of year. A lot of times during the race, during the racing season, I'll be like, all right, I want a good rain on Tuesday. Yeah. Maybe Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Stop.
Right.
And then downpour on Monday.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if it's dry between now, or I guess it probably didn't rain much yesterday.
No, it didn't sound like they got much.
So if and you'll be Peachy King by come this weekend, as long as some of the ruts. I mean, ruts are ruts; they're going to be there.
I'm more worried about the parking lot.
Parking.
The parking, yeah.
It was that's not even during it. Yes, even during decent conditions, it can still be kind of iffy.
Yeah. You've got to, after you cross the railroad tracks, you got a bad downhill and uphill. Yeah, and hopefully they've got that fixed, because that was brutal. I parked out on the road.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, at the last race.
So, did you take your trailer, or
I took my truck and trailer, not the RV?
Oh, okay.
And parked on the road.
You still did? Oh,
and rode my bike in, signed up. Huh. Found out I was the only one in my class. Oh, I rode one lap. And 10 minutes later, I was on pavement.
There you go. Jeff Ott says, it will be good.
It will.
Yes, it will be good.
Yes.
Because you're going to be there, everybody. Yep. Or somewhere. And that's one thing. If you guys are still watching, let us know where you're going to be. Promote your local series or whatnot as well. Or if you're not racing, where are you going to be riding? Chadwick, Finger Lakes, Park Hills, whatever. Let us know and share. Because some of the other races that are going on this weekend is the Arkansas Hare Scramble Series. That is at Black Bear. So the James King will most likely be there. Congratulate him when you see him on his qualifying for his second ISDE. We also have the Forward Motion going. No, we don't.
It's been canceled.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think they even postponed it. I don't count on that, but I double check the Beer Ranch East.
Anything
but I'm
see
pretty
here,
sure that they just canceled it. I don't think there's enough dates left for them to do a reschedule.
They do have a lot of races.
Dan had like 14. So.
Yeah. So anything you see here, take with a grain of salt, and always don't just say like, "Oh, Charlie said it." It's Bible.
Yeah, must be right.
Definitely not true. So definitely go on Facebook, wherever, to these series and verify. And then, of course, we have some local heroes around here that are going to be traveling down to Alabama.
Going to Perry Mountain.
Perry Mountain 24-hour challenge. So, Chili, Jordan, if you guys are on your way down there.
Yeah, they should be.
I left that off. Yes. So Okie Sprint is doing a big Fox run this weekend. I do not believe Blackjack Enduro. Correct if I'm wrong.
It's just Okie Sprint. It's not co-sanctioned.
Just Okie Sprint. It is not a co-sanction, so which is good for me since I'm still on the road to recovery. But yeah, so Okie Sprint, and then so Perry Mountain.
Perry Mountain. Let's go back to that.
So Chili, Jordan, are doing the 2-man team, I believe.
Right. And you don't have to ride the same bike. They haven't done that in a while.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So Chili's got his new RMX 450.
New.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got it all set up. He's pretty happy about it. He's got the programmable ECU on it from JD Jetting, and really he says the suspension's been. He's really liked it. Suspension's just
so
stock.
JD Jetting does like four-stroke engine tuning as well. Because there's no jet on that. It's fuel injected.
It's a computer.
Oh, okay.
You slap a new computer on there.
So that's smart of JD at least to go like, all right, well, carburetors are kind of going out.
Yep.
We better find our new thing.
Yeah.
So Blackjack, he says yes, Blackjack is off, but we are going racing. Yes, of course we are. Clay Heritage says, is anyone doing the Gutbuster 24-hour challenge in Texas? So do you know when that's coming up? Clay,
is that this weekend?
No. When is the Gutbuster? That's not this weekend, is it? They wouldn't put them both in
something. I thought I'd heard Chili say something about that at the ranch this weekend.
So Mike Brown or Clay. Am I live on YouTube? Ooh, that'd be fantastic. Clay, yeah,
it is this weekend.
Really? Wow. That doesn't seem like... Because those are kind of two big endurance events. I mean, there's only so many 24-hour races in the nation that happen this time of year.
That's great, Jeff.
Oh, good. Well, Jeff, that's very nice of you. Jeff says, I put my helmet lights in Jordan's mailbox this morning, so they have extra.
Good. And his mailman might be really surprised, too.
Yeah, like, hey, I got a gift. It's early Christmas.
Yeah, another Okie Sprint Enduro. Yeah. Plug in that. And this weekend is the Gutbuster for Mike. And again, this weekend. So, I guess I thought that somebody was saying, I think Chili's or Jordan was saying at the ranch this weekend that the Gutbuster and the Perry Mountain, both 24-hour races, were occurring the same weekend.
For me, that's mildly frustrating. Like, because I think there's only one other one that I know of, like in New York.
They go to that one.
So, like, there's 3 24-hour races. 2 of them are the same weekend.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Work it out, guys. Yeah. Come on now. A lot of Oklahoma guys and Kansas guys I have seen. Doing so you can see the pre-registration for the. That would make sense for the Gutbuster. Obviously, I was about 25% committed to doing the Gutbuster last year.
When it was a Mudbuster?
Mudbuster.
Oh,
yeah.
No Mudbuster. No.
I definitely did not miss out on that. That was I think they did like 1 hour, and when it got dark and like we're done. Like maybe if they made it. No, they did. I think they went tonight.
Did they go to 12 hours total?
I think it was 12 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
But bikes were stuck out there. It was not good.
Should be a lot. Assuming no more rain, hopefully. It's kind of like everything else going on. Should be pretty good. conditions. And correct if I'm wrong, but that's the same place that that's at Bartow Ranch, I believe.
Oh, maybe somebody on the internet can chime in on that.
Yeah, so I believe that's at Bartow Ranch, the Gutbuster is,
Yeah.
which is where we just had our our last Enduro. So that was an interesting place, a lot of fun. But yeah, so what's kind of cool about that and work well for this event is there's a ton of green space, like a lot of grass area.
Oh,
so you can really spread out and make nice
big
camp
pits
and all that stuff. So,
good.
Anyways, back to Perry Mountain though.
Yeah.
Chili Jordan, but
There's the
more importantly,
women's team.
there's a more impressive team.
Yes.
To me, at least. We talked. So we had Becca Sheets on last week.
Yeah.
And we talked about the growth of women's racing and all that stuff, which is I 100% believe is true. Oh, it's in St. Joe, Texas. Okay, so the Gutbuster is at St. Joe, Texas. Not sure where that is.
Okay. Is that where Last Man Standing was, Scott?
But so we talked about how the women's is growing, and I think it's pretty cool. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls on one team. Well, and 5 of those girls are from Missouri.
Right.
We got Megan Keenan, Kaylee
Lewis.
Lewis, that's right. Riley Craver, Carissa Roberts, who's Chili's daughter, Kylie Harris, and this girl out of Florida named Ashley Applewhite. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm curious how they hooked up with. Do you know how
they hooked up at the 24-hour last year? They met her or something because you're there a long time.
Yeah.
And they met her, and I don't know how it came about that Chili contacted him, but I think it was Carissa that was kind of, Dad, can we have a women's team? Can we sponsor a women's team? And obviously they did. They were out at the ranch at HHR Sunday night doing night riding to prepare for the 24-hour race because they're going to be riding all night.
Oh, yeah.
So they doing all the lights and doing the ride, riding the trails out there to get them used to it and all that. So
Yeah.
I think from this team, it was Riley and Carissa that were there Sunday night practicing.
Okay. So who? So was it Carissa then kind of rung up the team, or?
Well, I think that was it. It was kind of like, Dad,
Oh, neat.
can you?
I just assumed it was
because I think it's a Hillbilly Series that sponsored the team.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I just kind of assumed. It seems like Megan does a lot of
right. No, I
stuff,
think it came. I think that's the way it came.
Awesome. Well, good luck to you, girls.
Yep.
I am really curious. Sorry.
Scott Small, I asked him if it was same place as Last Man Standing, and he says no, but it's fairly close.
Yeah, and then this website, Rednecks with Paychecks. There you go. That's probably the site for the race.
Okay.
But no, so girls, good luck. We're rooting for you, and we want to hear your stories. And then, of course, there's live timing. Moto Tally is doing live timing there.
Okay.
To find out about it, just type in Perryville 24-hour challenge. Takes you to the website. You can see like results and live results and all that. Obviously, it's not live yet, but soon this weekend you can. So
starts 10 a.m. and goes to 10 a.m. I think.
About 24 hours.
Yeah, it is.
You got all day Sunday to check.
Yeah.
So and we can figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
So, but anyways,
I think Chili and Jordan were estimating they do about 200 miles each.
Each.
Oh,
no, thank you.
And yeah, it doesn't really surprise me.
Do people Ironman it? Is there an Ironman class?
I don't know. I don't know that much about it. I think there might be. I don't think they ride the whole time though. Nobody can.
I think you could.
No.
But you could try, but I don't know how well.
No.
Well, and then I was gonna text Rick Simmons to see if he was gonna be there, but he's probably still recovering. Did you see his wreck?
I saw something on Facebook about it. Yeah.
He took a nosedive into the dirt. And he said they were at Thayer Extreme, part of the Moore series,
race.
and they're doing motocross, and I don't know if he overjumped or what. So Clay's saying there's a lot of Ironman guys. So
Oh wow, that's sick.
yeah. So that's probably it's probably a class for both. I'll be honest with you, either the Gutbuster or the Perryman. And if Chili's not doing it, Jordan's not doing it.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother level of mental illness out there. So, But no, so yeah, Rick, I think he overjumped it and then just came down too hard on the front end and ended up going over the front. And he said, yeah, it kind of flayed my, like between the shoulder and the elbow.
Sounds painful.
So he will not be defending or carrying on his title down to Alabama.
Okay.
So, but anyways, Rick, hope you're feeling better if you're watching.
Yep.
And holy cow, 30 Ironman entries at the Gutbuster. Can you believe that?
I don't know.
Not for me.
No, not for me either.
So I enjoy racing. I enjoy racing about 2 hours. I enjoy doing enduros because you get breaks. I get tuckered out in the 70 miles enduros. I won't lie.
I'm enjoying these hour and 15 minutes that I do in the hillbillies now. And
you are?
Yeah, that's all to do in the morning because I'm starting far enough back now.
What class are you in the hillbillies?
Hillbillies, I was C55.
Oh, okay. So you're not doing like C Sportsman or something like that?
No, I'm in the back with the old guys.
Kicking it.
Yeah, and so it's an hour and 15 because we're 5 rows back.
Yeah. Oh, and then what class are you doing in the Missouris?
60 plus.
60. What do you think about your row position start on there?
Well, one thing strange about it that I think is strange is they're starting a C class behind us.
Oh, they are? So you're behind...
I'm with the C50.
Super Senior. With them or right behind them? Do you have your own row?
On the row with them.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And that's not really the problem, but I guess in the years past, they noticed the times for the C class were slower than the other C classes.
Yes. Well, it can be.
And so they put the C's as the last C road taking off.
Yeah.
And it this year it's not proven to be. Real soon there's somebody, kind of wanting to pass me.
I was when they first did it. They did it like mid-season. And then, it bugged me because I like things to be. I'm an engineer, and I feel like things need to be right. And because they did it like mid-season, they never fixed it on Moto Tally, and the times were off by a minute.
Okay.
Like, all the time. And it was driving me bonkers. And I kept emailing like, hey, just so you know, the times are off. But I liked it a lot, personally, because I was fighting. This is the biggest class, right?
Right.
And I was fighting through a ton of traffic. And, I didn't, if somebody broke away, of course, I wasn't fast at that. I mean, I was mid-class, right? But if somebody was getting away, I'm like, man, don't worry about it. They're going to get in a bottleneck.
Right.
I'll catch right back up to them. And as long as I play it smart, I'll get around and keep going, But when they moved them to the back, only people in front of us were B guys.
Right.
Changed the whole race.
Yeah. It would.
And you had to ride, at that point, you had to ride consistent, ride smooth, and just, it made it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot more, to be honest with you. Not having to fight through. And that's why I like
see it, but this, and they can change from year to year though. And I've not taken the time to look. Of course,
the C
we've
class,
only had 3 races in the Missouri Series. Because Bolivar's been rescheduled. And the first 2 races were just mud fests.
Okay.
And it's really hard to gauge those races. And even the one at HHR was pretty muddy. A couple sections of it got pretty eat up. But anyhow, but it seemed like in those first races, the C riders were catching me pretty quick.
Yeah. We got a comment here from BD Hansen 69. He said, "Hey, did I hear your voice commenting on this last sprint enduro at Hidden Valley, Charlie?" Yes, you did. In fact, that's me. We talked about that, covered a lot of that earlier in the show. But yeah, pretty honored that I was asked to do that, and I think that was a pretty cool deal. And hopefully, I didn't do too terrible of a job, and he asked me to help out again in the future. And if anybody else wants a mediocre guy to help out with their videos, let me know. But so, because I've heard some people that would like to do the 60-plus class, but they didn't really like where the rope is. They would like, I think, further up still.
Okay. It's a new class. See how it. I hope it fleshes out because the first 2 races. Let's see. The first race, I think there was 4 riders signed up.
Okay.
The second race, there was 1.
Oh, you?
Me. And the third race, there was 0.
Oh, really?
Because I was working it. It was at HHR. And I put the race on.
Yeah, not a
so
good.
not a good sign.
Yeah.
I hope they. there were a couple work averages. Steve Underwood got a work average, but yeah, they're kind of trying to figure it out because it's not an A, B, or C. Anybody over 60 can ride it,
and that's why I think you need to be like. It's almost like you could get an A. Like there's A guys. I don't know if there's any A guys that would race it, but 60. So what's the oldest? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. What's the oldest C class? Is it 50?
50 in Missouri, yes.
But for B, it's what? Is it?
Ooh, is there?
Do they go to?
I think it's 40.
Is it 40?
I think it's B senior. Somebody out there might know.
And then. So Clay Heritage says, I rode the Bartow Ranch Enduro. I couldn't imagine doing the Gutbuster there, especially not test loop 3. That was a major challenge.
All right.
It was like spud cut.
Okay.
Like tight spud cut for a long time.
And it was a sprint enduro.
No, that was a regular enduro.
Oh, it was a restart. Okay.
Yeah. So, but no, it was tight. But no, actually, but loops 1 and loops 2, I could race. That would be fun, assuming it was dry. There were some mud holes. And then the same with loop 4. It's kind of like how yours was. Well, they had it was like a clover leaf.
Okay.
Each one, so they all came back to the same parking area.
Right. That's
but
easier to put on.
So they did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they did they combined the first 2 and then the last 2 together to make test 5 and 6.
Okay.
Made for some long tests.
Yeah, it did.
It's like 17 and 18 miles.
Wow. Yeah, those are long tests for these days.
Oh, so there is a B Super Senior, so that would be
there is? Okay,
50
thanks,
plus. So, I don't know. I mean, I almost think that in my mind they should put 60 between the B and the C, and to kind of level out the playing field. Because you're gonna have some C guys, you're probably gonna have some B guys, right? Maybe have an A guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I heard is that they're like, I don't really want to fight through all the C traffic guys. Some guys may work their way backwards. Some guys may stay or maybe work their way forward. But it's kind of a pain trying to work your way forward through everybody if you're fast. If you're a B guy and you're way in the back.
Yeah.
But that's that. So test it out and see what it goes. But that's one thing you don't know until you try it, right?
Right.
So, anyways, good luck this weekend.
Well, hope it works out a little better than the first 2 races I had to do.
Yeah,
those are nasty.
So, Bob, before we go, any other parting words?
Well, thanks for doing this. I think it's really cool what you're doing. I think it helps bring together the off-road community.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching it every week. I enjoy watching your videos. That when you do the races, I know they're a lot of work to edit them down.
That's why I love these. No editing.
Right.
I just hit save, done. Go to bed.
Yes. But I do enjoy those. When I work out, I get on the elliptical and I put a video on. And if yours are coming on, if you did a race one, I'm like, that's the one I watch first.
Have you been watching Noah's races?
Yeah, I've been watching Noah's videos too.
Been enjoying his.
Yeah. He's been doing some cool stuff. I've not watched any of the project bike yet, so
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, he just started doing that. I saw.
Yep. So, and then I like you said, one of my goals is to grow the sport. Share the sport. Oh, go Blues! They play. They're not tonight. They're playing tomorrow. No, they played last night.
I don't know.
They played last night. They won. Series tied 1-1.
Hi, Mark.
Mark says hi. Thanks for all you do at the ranch.
Yeah, we try.
Hey, I know that guy. Says John Scholmeyer. But no, I try to grow the sport. I don't know you've probably noticed, but I definitely try to. I don't obviously gear it towards the experienced riders. I try to explain, every time I do an enduro, I explain what an enduro is.
Right.
Because,
they need explaining. You get people really confused, and they really had confused look when they were timekeepers.
Yeah, I could imagine.
No controls are a little easier to get them to grasp.
But that's where you guys come in as well, growing the sport, growing this channel.
Hi, Barry.
So we can reach more people. Oh, the next game is Saturday night. So you get rooting for the Blues or the Bruins?
I don't follow that.
Tell you what. So I was driving back from St. Louis this past weekend.
Colorado Outdoor is Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to follow that.
So I was driving back from St. Louis, and it was the first game for the Blues, and I turned on the radio and found the game. I had no idea what was going on. Blues or hockey's hard enough for me to follow. When watching it.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I don't know any of the player names.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what's going on, and I just heard names, and then like scored, and I'm like, who scored?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But anyways, Bob, thank you for coming on today. I had a great time.
Glad to be here.
I hope you had a good time. Anyways, this is Charlie Hawkins. That's Bob First. This is Enduro Talk with Wire Rush Racing. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.